Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lavina Shea. If this is your first time seeing my video, welcome. I have links at the bottom for different shops and things that I'm involved in, where you could purchase items. You can even meet me on Patreon. I'll have full scoops, backgrounds of things at some point, so you might want to become a member. My camera is over here. Let's see if I can flip it. So, I originally started social media because it was the thing to do, and plus, for whatever reason, I feel led to tell my story because it was strange. I mean, it's like a movie. I cannot make this stuff up that's been going on, guys. I cannot. It's real life, and it's sad. But I'm okay. I've always had my own place here and there, and I'm finding out that some dear mentally challenged people were strategically stalking my life because of some vendetta that still would never be my responsibility, but this person just feels comfortable placing blame on me because they're immature. Unfortunately, the people that they're around and trust are immature. It's sad. It's unfortunate. So they think it's their life's path to waste their energy, life, and time focusing on mine, where they cannot realize their real dreams. They're living in a shadow of revenge. It's sad. Instead of just finding counseling or some sane group of people to deal with, they're dealing with these toxic, unhealed people. It could be parents. Parents are human, and some of them are dealing with their own childhood issues in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I know a guy right now that still talks about his mother's business, what his mother's been through, like it's today or yesterday, and that's his story. But my point is, when do you heal? When do you move on? When do you find your life? You can't live in the shadows of what happened with your parent or your sister or this one or that one. Even if you blame them for the things that happened in your childhood. I mean, think, why would people do things that they do? It's because that's all they know. And who allowed them if they were children? The parents are responsible. But let's go back to this game again. Who's on first? Who's on second? Who's on third shift? Who's watching the kids? This stuff happened in the 40s, 50s, 60s, sometimes 30s. Some of our parents and grandparents are from the 30s. Grandparents, great-grandparents, depending on how soon they had kids. You're trying to go back and figure out whose fault was it that Uncle Buck was raping everybody. And then he made it okay for other people to come into your life and introduce you to sex. And then other kids, and it spins off in different ways. But that sounds like a generational curse. And somehow you now are involved. At least someone thinks you are, when it was the parents' responsibility. But this childlike person, because they're listening to childlike people that never took responsibility for their children. Never. All of your kids been touched. All of your kids keep getting into bad situations listening to you. And you never think, I need to shut up and let the kids live their own lives. No, you right in the thick of it. And these kids are still listening to you about to go to jail, aren't they? One of them's trying to escape, and they keep trying to pull this kid back. Who's that? Me. Because when you was a kid, you did this to me and you did that to me. And it sounds valid, but we were children. There were adults that were supposed to be watching us. But me, I understand that these adults were children themselves. So me personally, I've rectified anything I had to heal from. I fixed it. Anything I had to deal with the scenario, I've already realized that these people are still immature. They're still not responsible. They're still not good parents or grandparents. They're still dangerous because the illusion that they've created, they're addicted to, because it protects them from the responsibility and the reaction of people discovering that they were responsible for a lot of stuff. Okay? People are immature. I've healed already. And people keep trying, no, you're not going to get away from us. Nope. We're going to stalk her and see everywhere she goes so we can drag her back. We're going to make her pay. And I mean, this nut job that needs a straitjacket has literally signed other people up to find me and always cause a kerfuffle in my life, like getting me kicked out. Now here I am, almost 50, and this child could care less. because they're too busy not living their lives. They're trying to live mine. Now they think all the objects they've accumulated is going to show me something. It shows me you're sick in the head that you actually think it's okay to take another person's life from them without killing them, and wish you could kill them legally. And there's a lot of sick people out here that have had childhood issues. They never dealt with it professionally, because most communities say, oh, you must be crazy to talk to a professional. Fool, if you go to the doctor every 6 months, which you should, the dentist every 6 months, which you should, maybe every 2 years. They say go to the eye doctor every 2 years. You can actually go every 6 months. Things do change, especially when you're getting older like myself. Like, I don't want reading glasses. And I feel they screwing with my prescription, because people were already doping me, trying to make me blind. And here you are playing this pussyfoot game from 1800s, where that machine that blows the dust in your eye tells you your prescription. These fools were trying to get that big old ghetto AZZ chair and pretend they're looking. Now they already have your prescription. When you first sit down, and what they flick it to is what the machine told them. That is the perfect vision. Oh, is it ABCDD 1 2 3? That's what they were trained to do. Is it AB1? Did you just go to the machine and get my prescription? That's what it was. That's the one that works. Listen, you don't try to question me, because see, they don't even know what to do after that, because that's how they were trained to use that big dummy chair. The game was already set when that machine came out that showed you your near and your far. Now, they will tell you different if you ask them, because they want that little ghetto machine, that chair, to be the game for people that they don't like or they're prejudiced towards, which is most likely anybody that got a medical card or insurance. Okay. Stupid. Dentists are the same way. All of these industries were supposed to be angels that were to keep your angelic body that God gave you, this temple, healthy. And all they do is sign up with these diabolical rich people with all this money to sell you chemicals. Like radiation. It's not necessary to heal from cancer with radiation, although some people made it. It was to kill you. Radiation don't belong in these angelic bodies. All these chemicals they're spraying into agriculture, all the food with the this and the that and that. This food is naturally grown from the earth. What is the beef? Well, we need to preserve it. We need to keep the bugs out. So you're going to put poisons in there and all these preservatives because they're already tampering with it, and that's how they sell it. And maybe that's the strike. People that's selling good organic food to help the universe are forced to put junk on it, which causes people to what? In some areas get sick, and that's why there's a food desert. So now people are complaining about the food desert. They figure, let's keep amping the junk up, so when it's in certain communities, it ain't got nothing to do with your race. It's all about money. Politics. People are in certain areas, they get the junk. They don't get the good food. They don't get the best quality, and it's sad. If any at all. People got to get a bus to bring in good vegetables and fruits, because the community don't sell it, including the little corner stores. They might have some vegetables and fruits, but it's very scarce because most of us don't eat it no way. It's never really in our homes, and we don't teach our kids. Ain't everything about taste, although we can make taste good. Some things your body needs. It's like a car. You might like corn oil. Put it in the car if you want to. Go get what your body needs for you to be healthy. You got ignorant old people right now. They will not eat a vegetable or fruit. I like right. Oh, you like the garbage. You like all that processed garbage, frozen stuff. They got all that stuff in there you can't spell that don't say natural. I ain't judging the people. You fat is because someone was poisoning me, stressing me. See, my body naturally heals. All of ours does. But if someone is tampering with your health with doctors that are doing experiments on you in the community, being slick. It could be a sick doctor. It could be a friend of someone that was running their mouth. It could be a neighbor. It could be a nut from a rich person that decided they wanted to take parts of you and your life and use it to do what they wanted because they felt like, and they were hiring people around you at hospital, at clinics, and even in your community, even in your bed, to come against you. Who got time for that? Father, please send your angels down here to get your kids that's out of control and lost their mind. Because somebody said you were a molester. But the truth is, you were an unsupervised child. You were an unsupervised child. There was a lot of that going on. And a lot of kids got into stuff. But they targeted one. and made that person a martyr for life. And that's wrong, and God will judge you. And I'm not worried about it, because I know my heart is pure. I ain't following nobody around, being weird, missing out on my real life. And that's what these people mad about. Why they doing all of this in the background, studying you, watching you, trying to destroy you. God is study building you up and making you great. It may not be here in the 3D, but up in heaven, they cheer you all the time. And your angels do come to visit you, so don't fear. And your children are good. They're striving. They're great. They're having setbacks dealing with these nuts. But God is gathering your enemies that thought that you were their enemy. But the truth is, this started out as just an oversight that the adults were irresponsibly throwing onto a child, and the children became rivals. They let this relationship dumb down to the bone. They did. They let it rot. And now it's stinking. And someone's like, let's bury the dead. I'm not the one up here living in the shadows acting a fool. Again, I'm not wasting my life studying you and no one else. I'm not wasting my energy and my time trying to conduct someone else's life. That's stupid and crazy. I'm not wasting my energy trying to clone my child to be somebody else's child. Like if I train my kids to be a certain way, now you finna just over the shadow pretend that your child is like mine or better, because you're gonna hinder my kids with the BS, and now you're gonna rise up and be a very reputable person. And God said no. The door will be closed on all y'all for doing what you did. And I'm just sitting here going, what's my next meal? Because I don't care. Oh, we harmed you. What you gonna do? Pray for you, because what's coming to you next if you don't follow the will of God? We won't even have to worry about some of y'all no more. Y'all gonna be off the earth. Yep. Everything you've been doing, God's gonna allow you to run into yourself. It's all scared the bejeebus out of you, and you're gonna be gone. Yep. Somehow, either locked up or locked down in that box. I ain't got nothing to do with it, because you know what I'm doing? Minding my business. I am. You should have been no, your mama should have been minding her business, watching her kids. Yeah. And if she wasn't able to, she should have had a responsible, same person that takes responsibility for children. But see, she didn't do that. She still don't. So again, I've understood that this person has a personal problem, and I can figure out what it is. But in the meantime, I'm worrying about my own business and praying about it, because it ain't my business at this point. I'm an adult. So I ain't got time to be trying to pay her back and pay you back, pay this and back, and all this little crazy stuff for something that happened in childhood, even adulthood. I ain't got time to be trying to seek revenge on you people with mental problems that haven't dealt with your real issues. It takes 24 hours a day to deal with me. I ain't got 16 hours to be worrying about what you're doing. Now, some of y'all deserve attention now. Yeah, all this stalking and stuff. Somebody need to watch you. But God got angels, baby. I'm knocking my glass out. God got angels. Yeah. And I believe in that. Angels of justice. Angels of peace. So where these people down here and what we can see ain't doing what they got to do, God will deal with them. But he got angels in this time in uniform, and those that come in different forms that can help you, honey. They need help. Okay. So I didn't come to social media, including Facebook, with I want to be popular and I want to connect with people. I actually came with compassion. I actually figured there's a lot of sensitive people around me. For whatever reason, I can sense they're sensitive, or they're with sensitive people, or people that got certain pride issues. And I would instantly kind of be like, I don't want them to see what I'm saying. I don't want them to know anything, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I was single. A lot of people jumped up and got married to whoever, whenever, however. And sometimes it's your family. Sometimes it's other people. Like maybe other people married your family. And you see the kerfuffle. You do. And you don't want to be in nobody's business, and what you say might be sensitive to them because y'all grew up together. So it's like, let's just cut the kerfuffle and get these people off my page, because I'm who I am. And I know some people are sensitive around me. You can't say nothing without these people thinking it's about them. You can't do nothing without these people thinking it's about them. You can't live your own life without somebody. And they keep taking my freedom, literally, because they don't want me to be here. Right now, I'm with someone that as soon as they walk in, they want to have the whole space. They don't understand boundaries. Like, I feel sorry for us caregivers, because We have a supervisor. They've trained us already. They've already sat down with these clients and asked, what would you like to be done when this person's here, blah, blah, blah. They're telling us what to do and what not to do medically because of doctor's orders. These people, in their minds, I'm going to say they have mental problems, they really feel like, no, you're in my house. I'm your boss. I'm your supervisor. I tell you what to do. And I think they're overstepping their boundaries for dysfunctional reasons, and they don't understand. I don't need you in my face barking and giving me orders and trying to fill up my 8 hours. We already have that. Now, there's nothing wrong with you giving orders or giving instructions, but when you talk to the caregiver, you had already done that. So there's no need for you to play taskmaster right now or slave master. There's no need for you to drive the slave. It's okay. We got it. And they're like, no, you're in my house. I am your boss. I do tell you what to do. I am your supervisor. I hired you. And it's like, this is the problem. And these agencies do not they like give the hardest, like, I'm not going to say most ghetto, but their mentality is absolutely out of line. And these people actually get attitude when you have any, like, things to do outside of them. Like, they think you're an extension of them. Like, you're a real slave connected to the house. Because you're helping them. They need help. And the agencies will cater to these clients for the money. And most times they will not tell the clients, do not be jumping on my people. Don't verbally abuse them. And sometimes these people are not capable of understanding. Their families that are arranging these things should make sure these people, because some of them be trying to hit you. They're trying to control you, punish you, correct you. And they want to feel power. But acting like somebody's a slave in your house is absolutely not right. Now, some people, they get through it. That's their job. They get it. They don't mind. But 8 hours, that's a lot. And that's why they're probably only giving people 4 to 6 hours in the house. Maybe 3 hours. I had 8 hours at this lady's house. It wasn't much to do except cook. And then she heard me having hardship, so out of the evilness of her heart, she brought me in. But then she was treating me like crap and, talk crazy. And she felt it was fair. And I'm like, on a normal circumstance, it would be. But I work here. But it was 8 hours. Because they wanted to give me more hours at first. Because it was like maybe 4 to 6. And it was like, let's sign you on for 8. But she was jealous. She was ignorant. She was judgmental. I did tell her a lot. But I guess her mental issues, see, they don't tell you these people got bipolar or schizophrenia or just evil, hateful Jezebels. You don't hear those things. Like, oh, she's a Jezebel and she might get offended if you're talking about certain things. You have to find out. Like, I was having some real hardships and I was just discussing it, and a lot of people want to fight. And it's like, it's not even about you. Okay. So I came on social media understanding that there were people around me that could be sensitive, that could have social issues, mental issues, marital issues, and talk about everything. I just do. And I don't want nobody to think it's about them, because I know how people are. So, whatever the case, people felt very comfortable putting people in my life secretly. They felt comfortable causing problems for me, doing things they should.